Hi everyone, my name is Trevor Gordon. I'm with Epilepsy South Central Ontario, Media, Communications, Community Engagement. We're going to talk about the Purple Gala today, and we're going to interview our CEO, David Charchalis. So hopefully he's going to have a moment to join us. So let me just connect with him and have David join us. One moment please as I connect with him. We're here to talk about the Purple Gala today. The Purple Gala, it happens once a year at the Credit Valley Country Club. And we're here to discuss the gala and all the themes involved with it. I see there's already about 25 people watching. We have Mark from Remax already watching us. We're just waiting for David to accept the request to join the chat. David, are you going to join? So we're just waiting for David to join and accept the request. And David has now joined. So we have about 25 people watching us, and our CEO, David Charchalis, will be joining us. And we're here to talk about the Purple Gala. And look who it is. Our CEO, David Charchalis, has joined us. How are you today, David?
Doing great. Thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Great. Are you here? Are you at the office? Where are you
No,
located today?
I'm sitting in my office right now.
Great, great. We have about 25 people already watching live, so it's pretty exciting. So
some of them I know personally, yes.
great. So if anyone wants to ask questions and put our CEO a little on the spot, go ahead. But I know, David, you have limited time. You're a busy guy, but I wanted to kind of dissect and get down to the history of the Purple Gala today a little bit. So each year I notice there's like a theme. Who comes up with this theme and why did that start?
We started to change over to the themes in 2016. Going back to 2012, it was more of a cocktail party, a setup. And so it was like a meet and greet stand around. It wasn't as long as we go now. So in 2016, my previous boss, Cynthia Milburn, and I, we talked about it, and we decided to try a masquerade theme. Something simple, something easy, just to see how the response would be. We had a great response. We moved into building it and building it. We did the Hollywood glam, which we had the paparazzi there. We had the red carpet. Well, in our case, the purple carpet. That went off, again, really well. And then I think the most successful one we've had so far was the James Bond night, the bonding communities, where we actually had every table had their own, it's like a, what do we call it, escape room. So they had their own little version of a mini escape room, escape the table type thing. And it went all night. That was a blast. We go to something, we had the casino night, then we went into, in 2022, we had 2021, we had the Dancing Through the Pandemic, so it was an online gala. Just give people something to do, right? Then we moved into a whole new venue, a whole new style of galas, which we started with Jukebox Night, Jukebox Saturday Night, which was music from all the eras. Then we moved into the Disco Inferno, which is my era, which is what I enjoyed doing. I lived through it. And we had a whole disco night, which is fun. People came dressed up in disco, in the hair, the clothing. I had my sequin jacket on, my silk shirt on. And then this year we're moving it into the 80s, going into Rhythm of the Night, which is more of a mellower night with music, but again, it's just changing the style of music and changing the type of and mood for the gala.
So but how, I mean, what's the mindset of how a theme night gets created? And why did that start? Because from my understanding, the gala's been going on for multiple years now, but the theme kind of only started recently. So what was the decision to kind of shift to a theme night, and how hard is it for you as the CEO or the team to come up with a theme each year?
It's not difficult to come up with a theme. I mean, we all kind of throw out ideas together. We changed it, as I mentioned just earlier, we changed it in 2016 to a masquerade. We went from the cocktail party more into a sit-down dinner type of event. Previous, it was strictly a stand-up event. In 2012 and 2014, it was a stand-up event 2015, we opened half with tables, half stand up. And then 2016, we went to all sit down with a buffet dinner, or was sit down? No, it was a buffet dinner, or was it? And then so that evolved. We just wanted to do something bigger, something different, and it progressed it. So when you do a gala, you can't stay the same every time because then it becomes boring, so to speak. You change things up. So the themes, because we're all doing buffet dinners now, which is much better for the people attending because they have a choice of what they want to eat as opposed to a set dinner. So if I do beef, then some people will not eat beef. Some people are vegetarians. Some people are paleo. So it gets difficult. But with a buffet style dinner, you can eat what you want as much as you want. It works out better for the cost of a ticket. The themes are trying to keep it interesting, trying to make it different, something different. We've done 3 dance nights now, 3 dances in a row, jukebox, disco, and rhythm. Next year, I'm hedging. I wanted to do another casino night this year. But one thing led to another, and it's a completely different animal when you do a casino night for a gala. The stuff that we normally do in presentations we do, you've got to stop the gaming, and which interrupts it, and people don't want. And when they get, especially when they're playing, when the company brings in their poker tables, people are just like they don't want to leave the table. I've got my spot. I'm staying at the table, much like a casino. So if I do that, if we go into the casino next year and bring that back in, we have to now start regenerating a whole new layout for the gala. I mean, the lesson we learned in 2019. So the casino, people love the casino. So we may go into that and do it completely different and reformat the gala. It's a lot of work on my part. It's a lot of work on the staff's part. Because they're hunting for silent auction items. They're hunting for donations, like gifts for the raffle prizes. So they're constant. They're a whole month of from mid-January right through to March, the end of March, mid-March is when our cutoff date is. They're working constantly, reaching out to people. I'm sending out, mass emails about the gala night itself to purchase the tickets. My staff works on, they help me out with getting tables sold, with getting sponsors for the tables, for getting sponsors for the night. And so it's a huge undertaking for 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. There's only 4 of us working on this, folks. And like I said, the dedication to get this off the ground is unbelievable. I'm so proud of my staff. And we just push it on.
Questions are coming in, David, just to let you know. You have about 30 people watching. So before I ask my next question, first of all, David must be in a great mood because I didn't even know we were going to get exclusive information to next year already. So if you're watching, you just got a teaser for next year. So someone named John has asked, out of all the galas you've attended to, Purple Gala wise, do you have a favorite so far? Out of all the Purple Galas you've attended, do you have sort of maybe a top 3 if you don't want to commit to one? But
yeah, no, I have no problem committing to one of them. My most favorite gala, okay, I'll be very honest, was the Bonding Communities Gala in 2018. That's where we did the escape room. So there was 21 tables, 21 suitcases, and we had all the film going, we had the clues going, and you had to break into each section. So it was a sit-down dinner. And then after every certain course, the next clues would come up, you'd have to get into it, break it, figure out the puzzles, get into the box, get into the next puzzle box inside the briefcase, and they were all metal briefcases. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had I had ladies in ball gown, not ball gowns, but evening long dresses, like formal dresses, sequin dresses, on the floor, on their knees, figuring out the final map. We had Angie Seth, and Angie Seth was our host that year, and Bonnie Crombie came to our Mississauga's former mayor, and the two of them were just going at this thing together. People would ask them a question, and they get the shush. I'm trying to figure this out. The involvement from the crowd was just so great, and that's what it was all about. Is bringing people together. To understand epilepsy, to support epilepsy, to donate to epilepsy, and while you're doing all that, you're having a batch of fun. Would I do that again? Yeah, but it's a lot of work. to put together everything for that. It'll take a couple of years to work on a new escape room thing for that.
So you and I have obviously been to multiple Purple Galas, but for someone that has never been to the Epilepsy South Central Ontario Purple Gala, any advice that we could offer or you can offer as CEO to someone has never bought a ticket, has never attended a Purple Gala? What are things that they, I guess, should look out for? Like, what's any tips or advice you could offer?
There's nothing really to look out for. The reason why we push the Purple Gala is much like how most charities do other things. You've got the Ride to Conquer Cancer, or the Heart and Stroke Ride. You've got the Conquer Cancer. Well, ours is the Purple Gala, and it's a matter of we're not here to conquer. We're here to upload our programs to help those with epilepsy. So instead of making, when I look at it, instead of just making a donation online, which we're always grateful for, you're making a donation to the gala, and you're actually coming out, you're being fed, you're having a grand old time, you get to bid on stuff on the auctions, all kinds of stuff. So you're having a good time. It's better bang for your money, so to speak, at the gala. It's a limited amount to 140 tickets for the gala. But it's just a good night. We've been so cooped up again since 2021 that to get out again into society and have some fun, and that's what it's about for me. It's about having fun and supporting a great cause and a great charity and a great disease. Well, not a great disease, but I mean a very important disease.
Right. How are tickets selling right now?
We're 65% sold out as of this morning, which is well above. We're well ahead. We're well ahead of where we normally are at this point in time. I expect we will probably be sold out by possibly or close to it. Probably the way things are going, if they keep going the way they are, by the first week of March, maybe the second week of March, we'll be done. I'll have to shut it down.
That's exciting. Anything that we can tell the viewers, like if someone can't attend a Purple Gala, how can they support the Purple Gala? How can they support Epilepsy South Central Ontario? Maybe they're at a town on that particular evening. Are you still taking donations or auction items, for example?
Okay, so I would, if you want to still donate, you can attend. Okay, the price of the tickets is a little off for you. You want to help out, you want to attend, you can go to the Rhythm of the Night, you can go to the website, the Gala website, pop into it. You don't have to buy a ticket, but you can. There's other ways of supporting. You can make it just a general donation. We've got 3 hero bears that we send out, we auction off for our kids camp. There's a doctor bear, there's a nurse, doctor, a nurse, and a paramedic or a first responder. Each of them come with a different tag on them. One's a 500, one's 2, one's 1, 250 and 1. And you can support that way. You can also go into the silent auction. And you don't have to be at the gala to be part of that silent auction. Last year I had a gentleman was staying at home, couldn't make it down, but was at home in Toronto, logged in, signed into the silent auction, and was bidding like crazy that night. Okay, the new feature this year, if you really want to get generous, is anybody who signs up for the auction has the option of donating their bid. So if you bid $100 on an item, and I bid $125, and I won the item, you have the option of donating that $100 back into it. So, and that goes for anybody who everybody has the option of donating all their bids or their last highest bid. Check it out. It's a really good way for us to raise some funds to support both our kids, our teens, and our adults, and getting more and more as our seniors. Seniors are coming right up the pipeline with being diagnosed with epilepsy. So it's not a disease that discriminates. It hits. I've had infants, newborns, who are having seizures, like 6 months old, and having seizures. I've had people who are 80 89, 90 having seizures. So it's a spectrum. It'll hit anybody, anytime. And it's becoming a bigger instance with seniors now.
Someone named Chris was asking that each year you do something different with the mascots. I happen to have one right here, actually.
That's the
How
doctor.
how do you decide each year the themes of the mascot? Because it seems to be different every year.
That's the nurse. Yeah, it's that's the nurse. It's just a matter of making things different. Like I said, this year the difference is there's the three of them right there. The three of them right there, and they each come with. We decided to put because the galas are really meant for people to support epilepsy. Okay, so we do put a bottle of wine in with the bottles with the stuff, and they get auctioned off. Okay, various bottles. So we do that, and the decision to make this year was just I saw them cut these three stuffed animals, and I thought, wow, can I tie this in to what we do and who we're associated with? We're associated with doctors. We're associated with nurses. We're associated with first responders. So I brought all three of them in. There's the masquerade. It depended. We did I think it was the owl with the masquerade. No, it was a bear, but we got the masquerade masks on the bears. The James Bond, I think there was an owl with a bow tie. So it's also looking to try and tie it into the theme of that year, and the owl with the thicker neck and the bigger bow tie worked much better, so we can combine them. It does take. See, my cousin joined. Hi Sandra. There's a lot more to it than just randomly picking a stuffed animal. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. A lot of discussion goes into it. A lot of back and forth. And can we do this? And will it work? And will it look right for the theme? Everything is calculated. We have to, as a team here at Epilepsy South Central Ontario, we are a team that calculates what we're doing, how we're doing it, when we're doing it, why we're doing it, and actually what we're doing too. So it's a great formula for us. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've got this fantastic dynamite team, the four of us, with Josh, Carly, and Trevor. I wouldn't change them for the world. I mean, they really work above and beyond what they normally do. They take the Purple Gala to heart, and they usually work in the Purple Gala after hours too. So it's a lot of work goes into it.
We have one more question, which is probably the most important question. When is the Purple Gala? Where is the Purple Gala? How do they buy tickets? And your cousin Sandra, Sandra, don't be afraid to ask a question. I see Nicole just joined as well. We have about 50 people watching,
Right.
David, just so you know.
You can go to our website, epilepsysco.org, and the links for the gala are there. You can also go to purplegala.ca, thepurplegala.ca, and that'll show you some pictures of what we've done in the past. All of our years that we've done it with the themes and some pictures are there. Once you get into the site, into the Purple Gala site, the Gala site, the ticket site, you can play around, look around, maneuver through there, take a look. There's all kinds of things in there that you can look at. Silent auction, it opens up on the, I think it's a week before the actual gala, or the week of the gala, it opens up. So this bidding can start before the gala even happens. I've got 11 items in there right now. Once it opens up, you can actually start bidding online for that stuff that's on there. And we've got some really cool things happening. I'm really surprised, thankful, and appreciative.
So again, when and where, and anything last that you want to end off with?
Right. Wait. When and where? March 23rd, Saturday night. The doors open at 6 o'clock. The bar opens at 6 o'clock. It's at the Credit Valley Golf and Country Club. It's all on that. As like I said, you go onto our site, and it's all the information you need is there. Everything: the who, what, when, where, and probably the why. Why it's there. It's a really important night for our clients. I can't stress that enough. It's not even for the work that we do to putting it together. It doesn't compare to what the gala and the funds raised do for our clients, both young and old. Okay, it allows us, gives us the opportunity to continue, because all of our services we provide them pretty much are free. We don't charge for counseling. We don't charge for group dynamics. You know, you want to talk about the youth group. I mean, there are some costs involved, and they're basically minimal, minimal cost. And it's just basically a holding spot for things, so that people are guaranteed they're going to show up to do things. But overall, you know, we've got a lot of clients. We've had a big burst of them since COVID, and we don't charge any of them. Not like some of the other places you go to where, you know, show your health card, you know, get billed and all this kind of fun stuff. We don't do that. We're not government funded, for one. So there's no provincial funding aside from Ontario Trillium, which is completely different. But there's no sustainable funding from the provincial government. So we are stuck to do all of our own fundraising, to find ways to create money or to get money, to raise money, to beg for money. I'll be honest. Yeah. And that's where it all stands. So supporting this gala in any way, shape, or form, if you buy the animals, you get the full tax sheet for the full price. And basically, it's treated as a thank you for making your $500 donation. As a thank you, this is what you get. Very much like the PBS stations do. The public broadcasting, Channel 17 from Buffalo, buy this and you're watching the concert, buy this and you get their tape. Same thing with this. Buy the doctor, you get a full tax receipt. Make a donation, you get a full tax receipt. Buy a ticket, you get a partial tax receipt just because of the CRA laws. But you still get some sort of a tax receipt for it. So I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody here coming up. Does David have epilepsy or ever had a seizure? I do not have epilepsy. I had a seizure way back in the days when I was younger. It was a one-time thing. There wasn't much fear of it going through, because a lot of what is known about epilepsy today was not known about epilepsy 40 some odd years ago. Okay, somebody's asking some good questions.
Yeah, so that's Ghost, David. Just to give you a little bit background of Ghost. Ghost is a buddy of mine who has his own podcast, actually, and he has epilepsy, and he does a bit of a podcast.
Okay.
He's been really great with helping with getting attention for the Marcus Strong petition and other related issues with epilepsy. So he's a supporter of epilepsy organizations in the U.S. and Canada. So yeah, he's curious about our CEO, David Charchalis.
Okay, so how does epilepsy affect me personally, you asked? That's a very easy question. When I first started here in 2012, at the start of it, to me, it was a job. That's all it was. It was a job, it was a paycheck, and I came. About less than a year into it, after meeting and working with clients who have epilepsy, both young and old, my whole mindset changed. It became an extension of my family. Don't ask me how that happened or even why that happened, but they do. I look at all the people, adults, seniors, children, youth, they're all part of my life. I'm part of theirs. So do I have a passion for working with people with epilepsy? Absolutely. For anybody who knows me, who's on here, they can attest that when I get hooked onto something and involved in something, it becomes a passion of mine. I fight for it very deeply, and I've gone to battle for people with epilepsy who are being shortchanged, who are being discriminated against, who are being teased, who are being whatever. And it's just like, you're poking the bear with me. And I love all of my clients. They're just so great. It's hard to put into words the feeling of working with people, of my clients, those who have epilepsy. I've seen all types of seizures, and I just kind of like, oh, I want to do something. I need to do something. That's where it stems from. So it's gone from a job to a passion for me.
Well, thank you for the question, Ghost, and thank you for everyone that's watching. And David, we know as CEO you're a busy guy, so I appreciate you wanting to do this sort of spontaneous little info session about the Purple Gala and providing the advice that you're providing. And also, I think you gave us a little bit of a spoiler for next year. So everyone watching, if you watch closely, it's always good to watch something carefully. You just got a bit of an Easter egg for next year's Purple Gala.
Yeah. I kind of give out hints very quickly in my talk, so that if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, well, you don't. But yeah. But
Thank you for joining us. And
thank you.
yeah,
I,
the purplegala.ca and epilepsysco.org. Thank you, and we will see you soon. Thank you,
thank,
David.
thank you, everybody. Thanks, Ghost. Thanks, family, for showing up. All right. Have a good one.
All right,
Bye.
bye.